fellow trombonists. My name is Mr. Cordoba. I am one of the band directors at Clark Middle School, and I'm going to be your teacher these next few weeks as we uncover everything that there is to know about the trombone. Playing the trombone is super athletic, and just like an athlete requires a well-balanced diet, we require a well-balanced diet too. Except instead of food, it's musical exercises. So I call this well-balanced diet a daily routine. And it's called that because you do it every day. You do it on the days that you eat. Only then are we going to be really good at this thing. So this well-balanced diet is going to consist of the 5 food groups. You have your grains, which is your breathing and tone. You have your fruits and vegetables, which is your flexibility and range. You have your dairy, which is your articulation. You have your meats, which is technique. And finally, you have your dessert, which is learning new songs. All right, first things first, we're going to think about our posture. So we're sitting in the front part of our chair. Our feet are flat on the ground. Our shoulders are nice and back. And we're thinking about our chest being nice and proud. Okay? As I breathe, when I inhale, I have my hand directly in front of me and I hear my inhale. When I exhale, I put it like this, and I'm trying to create cold air in the center of my palm. I'm going to breathe in for 4, out for 4. The air never is held in. It's always in or out. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Breathe in. In for 2, out for 8, ready, and in, and out. 2, halfway, 6, 8, and in, and out. 2, 6, last time, in, and out. Halfway, 6, 8, and off. Okay? I love to think of my air, whenever I play the trombone, as being a paper airplane. So I want you guys to try that with me. We're going to take a nice deep inhale. Okay, we're not going to hold it in. We're going to immediately release it. And as we release the air, we're going to pretend like we're throwing a paper airplane across the room, like this. Now your objective is to get that paper airplane as far across the room as possible. It's going to require you to take a nice full breath in and control the exhale out so that it's steady and sustained. Try it with me again. Ready? Do it again with me and try to get it out farther. Yeah? Here we go. Now, as we play the horn, I want you to think about that breathing. So for this first part of your daily routine, we're going to go over mouthpiece buzzing. Now, first order of business is, how do we hold the mouthpiece? I like doing 2 fingers and a thumb on my right hand at the very tip of the mouthpiece, like this. So when I hold it against my face, it's harder for me to press the mouthpiece on my face. We don't want that, right? We want to use as little amount of pressure as possible, okay? I always air attack my notes. What does that mean? That means we're not going to say ta on the mouthpiece. We want the lips to start the buzz, like this. Okay? I set my mouthpiece on my upper lip and I breathe down and out. Try it with me. Just try to sustain it as long as you can. Here we go. Cool. So I'm buzzing an F concert. So I'm going to feed you the pitch. Here's an F concert. Okay. Let's try humming that pitch. I like to cover my ear and test myself. Right? If you're a girl, you might try this octave. Try that, ready, go. And for the gentleman out there, down there. Okay? Really try and be able to sing that pitch. I always say, you can't sing it, you can't play it. Let's try buzzing that pitch. Try it with me. Here we go. 1, 2. Now, you should be able to sustain it for a while. If you can't do that, try again. Here we go. 1, 2. I also like to check myself using my tonal energy app. So I like to just play an F here on the circle. And then check myself using the tuner. And if I can keep that smiley face happy, I know that I'm doing a good job. Now, the next level to mouthpiece buzzing is what I call the siren. I'm sure you've heard a siren out in the streets, an ambulance or a fire truck. So what I'll do is I'll siren from an F to a B flat. Okay? Like this. And I'm trying to hear every note in between. The important thing is the way that I'm changing the note. Not just the arrival, but the way that I'm changing. All right, listen again. Do it with me this time. 1, 2. Cool. Once I figured that out, I like going down a half step. So from F to E to A. 1, 2. Cool. And then I'll go from E flat to A flat. One, 2, ready and go. And then I'll do D to G. 1, 2, ready. Okay, I really encourage you to work on those sirens and to get the pitch. So now that we've done some mouthpiece buzzing, we're going to plug it into the horn and do some long tones. We're going to do I play, you play, a whole note on an F concert, and as you play this whole note, I want you to try and make the note as long as you can. You're going to think to yourself as the whole note getting 5 beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and release. So that the end of your note is the beginning of my note. All right? As you play this too, also be thinking about playing with a nice big full fat sound, okay? You want to really project. We're the loudest instrument in the band. Well, the piccolo is, but we're pretty loud too. Here we go. Me first, and then you. Let's go a little bit slower. 1, and let's also make sure that we're tapping our feet. Here we go, and down, up, 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. Me first, ready? Great. Ask yourself a couple of things. Number 1, did you play with the biggest, fullest, richest sound you could get? If not, let's try again. Let's do 4. Here we go. Down, up, 1 and 2. Me first, ready? Great. Now I want you to ask yourself, did you play with a steady sound? If you didn't, think about the way your air is coming out. Remember the breathing exercises that we did. You want to make sure that the air is nice and steady. Let's do 4 more. Down, up, 1 and 2 and... Great job. So because you guys are in the honor band, we're going to go over long tones 1A from the Blue Book. As you play this, think about playing with the biggest, fattest sound you can get, and also be thinking about your slide technique. Your wrist should be nice and relaxed, your elbow should be super, super accurate and fast, and you want to think about having your slide really, really lubricated for this exercise to work. Here we go. Let's tap our feet. Down, up, 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. And again, every release should be echoey and open. Every attack should be nice and clean with a nice ta articulation. So on to the next food group, fruits and vegetables, or as I call it, flexibility. We're going to play warm-up set 1, option 1 from the Blue Book. As you play this, think about blowing air between the notes, not tonguing the change, not going ta, 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 don't do that. But it's okay to drop your tongue a little bit as you go lower, okay? So, oh, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, and 2, As I play that 7th position, I'm using a little bit of my shoulder to get all the way out there. You really want to be past the stockings. You see how the stockings are right here? You want to be past that. I'm 5'6", so I'm also vertically challenged like most of you might be. But if I can do it, so can you. Moving on to our next food group, meat, or as I like to call it, articulation. So we're going to work on legato tongue, which is really important for the trombone. Legato tongue is just connected, right? That's the point. And there are two main things for legato tongue. Number one, you want the air to be continuous, and you want the air to never stop, okay? So as you're playing eighth notes and quarter notes and triplets, you want the air to be like you're playing a whole note, okay? Number two, you want the tongue to be nice and light, okay? So instead of thinking ta, 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 you're gonna think da, 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 da. Let's say that with me. We're gonna say da, da, 4 quarter notes. Ready? And go. Da, 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 da. Now let's sing eighth notes, legato eighth notes. Here we go. Sing it. 2. Let's sing it. Ready? Go. Da, 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 da. Okay? Alrighty. So here we go. We're going to play it at a slow tempo and then a fast tempo. Keep it light. Triple it and. Okay, let's do it at a fast tempo now. Here we go. And 1, and 2, 1, and 2, and 3. As I'm playing legato, I like to think about the way a violinist would play connected. If she moved her bow, dee, 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 really connected and smooth. So think about that as you're playing your long connected legato quarter notes and eighth notes.